Maybe a school teacher farts so loudly that a classroom is ripped apart and needs to be rebuilt. You know, just a really...
those ideas are great.
No, but you come up with your own.
That.
You get,
I want to hear about
the
that
school
one.
teacher one?
Yeah,
okay.
That's actually great.
Okay.
In an unprecedented event, a school teacher's thunderous flatulence reportedly devastates a classroom, leaving it in ruins and necessitating a complete rebuild.
Wow, Skylar. A quiet suburban school now faces chaos after a teacher's epic fart causes structural damage. Can you believe a single toot could rip a classroom apart?
A structural engineer outside the school explains that the accidental release of gas triggered vibrations strong enough to damage walls and windows. This incident raises serious questions about the building's integrity. How could a mere flatulence cause such catastrophic damage?
The teacher's flatulence created a shockwave that resonated with the classroom's natural frequency, causing catastrophic structural failure. It's a rare phenomenon, but the building's poor construction amplified the effect. We now have to consider gas dynamics in our safety protocols.
Students and staff describe it as a mini explosion, sending everyone scrambling for safety. Can you imagine the chaos? This is beyond wild. Gas dynamics and safety protocols, unbelievable.
The school administration is already planning to renovate the damaged classroom. Investigators are now assessing whether new preventive measures or policies are necessary to avoid such bizarre incidents in the future. Could this lead to a complete overhaul of building codes and safety standards? Stay tuned as we delve deeper into the explosive world of classroom safety and the unexpected power of a teacher's flatulence.
I love that.
Anyway.
That was great.
There you go. So that's how that kind of works, okay?
A small...
So you're going to show the porn stars something small. Sorry, just something small.
So it should be something large?
Something small could be quite valuable, a little diamond or something, you know what they would say.
How do you spell intricate?
Can we just get hurry up?
Can you just...
I'll Google how to spell intricate. I just want to get past it. You're showing a porn star something small and intricate.
There we go.
Okay.
Just something completely random.
That's so dumb.
I've got 7 acres out there.
A small intricate device turns grass into money.
I've got 7 acres out there. I could literally just make my own money. I don't need that.
And then you can use the money to buy more grass that you can turn into more money.
So what do I need that
Okay, here
for?
we go. You wanted to do another news story.
I do. Oh yeah, chickens taking over the world.
Chickens taking over the world. Okay,
That's
type
it.
in chickens.
Hens? No.
Roosters?
Just
Because
chickens.
roosters are more evil, you know.
No, they're not.
Well, if someone's going to take over the world,
Okay,
what do you
large,
think? Is a
overgrown chicken.
hen going to take over the world, or is a rooster
Taking
going to take over the world?
over.
So you've said large overgrown chickens taking over the world and turning people into their slaves. Let's submit
Yes.
that.
I mean, it's pretty bad and modern. But
Breaking news. Massive, overgrown chickens are seizing control worldwide, enslaving humans in a shocking twist of fate.
These giant chickens are now in major cities everywhere. People are freaking out, and buildings are getting wrecked. How do we fight back against these feathered fiends?
The situation is dire, Jet. These colossal chickens are now using their immense size and strength to force humans into labor camps. We need a strategy, and we need it fast.
Let's go live to the chaotic streets of New York City with Dr. Evelyn Harper, an avian behavioral specialist. Dr. Harper, how did these giant chickens evolve, and what could possibly be their motivations?
These chickens likely mutated due to a bizarre combination of genetic engineering and cosmic radiation. Their motivation? Pecking order domination. Literally.
This is unprecedented. Genetic engineering and cosmic radiation have created a new apex predator. Breaking news.
They are
Governments worldwide
massive.
are
I
holding
wasn't
emergency
thinking that
meetings,
massive.
forming international coalitions to liberate humans and contain
they
these
technically
avian
could be
empires.
eating them.
Stay tuned as we uncover the pecking order of this poultry pandemonium.
No. But instead, see, they're not so bad. They're making them work.
One day you're
instead of-
going to make a movie where there's a chicken eating people. That'll be your movie.
That's not nice.
Well, it's a horror movie.
I didn't say eating. I said
okay.
enslaving. Because technically, think of all those poor chooks in those cages laying eggs and stuff.
Yeah, I
mean,
know.
that's what we're doing to them.
Or maybe a taxi driver complains about a lady giving birth to octuplets in the back of a cab without warning the cab driver that she was pregnant before getting into the cab. You know what I mean?
I don't think that people have to warn cab drivers that they're... Excuse me, I'm pregnant.
Yeah, but
now I'm going to get into...
She might have just been obese, and a cab driver doesn't want to say, hey, are you pregnant or are you obese? Because that's offensive. So it's the pregnant person's responsibility before they get into the cab to say, hey, I'm pregnant.
No, but they don't need to warn the cab driver because it's not like this is...
When she gave birth, it happened.
I wonder how many times
Anyway,
it's actually happened. A woman's given birth in the back of a cab on the way to the hospital.
Think of a case now.
One neighbour is angry at the other neighbour for being prettier than them and more attractive to the neighbour that's opposite them, and they're jealous now that neighbour's going to ask them out instead of them.
We've got neighbour 1 is taking neighbour 2 to court because neighbour 2 is more attractive than neighbour 1, and neighbour 3 has asked neighbour 2 out rather than neighbour 1.
Yes, yes.
Can I just say, I think they all need names rather than neighbour 1, neighbour 2, but okay.
We know they're neighbours.
On this episode of Jars Court, Neighbor 1 sues Neighbor 2 for emotional distress, claiming Neighbor 2's superior attractiveness unfairly influenced Neighbor 3's romantic interest, seeking compensation for perceived emotional damages and lost romantic opportunities.
So let me get this straight. You're suing because your neighbor is too good looking? Tell me, Neighbor 2, did you ever think your face would end up in court?
Your Honor, I never imagined my face would be a legal issue. But I can't help how I look. And I certainly didn't intend to cause any emotional distress.
Well, Neighbor 1, beauty might be in the eye of the beholder, but lawsuits aren't. Neighbor 3, did you really let a pretty face sway your heart, or is there more to this soap opera?
Your Honor, I can't control how others feel about me. It's not my fault if my dazzling looks caused a commotion. Should I be penalised for being born fabulous?
Well, Neighbor 1, did you ever consider suing Mother Nature instead? Now tell me, what exactly did you lose besides your dignity?
Your Honor, I lost my shot at true love. Neighbor 3 was practically hypnotized by Neighbor 2's cheekbones. I demand compensation for my broken heart and shattered dreams.
So, Neighbor 3, are you saying you fell in love with a face and not a person? Or is there some hidden charm we're all missing here?
Your Honor, it's not my fault if my face is a magnet for affection. I can't help it if my mere presence causes hearts to flutter. Should I apologise for being a walking masterpiece?
She's the most beautiful. Everyone's falling in love
All right,
with her.
here's the verdict. Emotional distress over someone's good looks is not a valid legal claim. Neighbor 2, you can't be sued for being attractive. Case dismissed.
The frivolous case of jealousy over good looks ends with a swift dismissal, as beauty is not a legal liability.
Your Honor, I think justice has been served with a side of fabulous. It's not my fault if my face is a masterpiece that belongs in a museum. Maybe Neighbour 1 should invest in some self-confidence instead of lawsuits.
Museum is right.
A masterpiece that belongs in a museum. Oh, that was actually you couldn't have ended that any better than that.
No.
So I'll put in mine, a salad burger with buns made of chocolate with a street strawberry sauce. Verse, and what is yours?
Stale bread, porridge sauce, and a sprinkling of paprika.
Is it whoever loses is the winner in this silly one?
In
We're
the
trying to
silly
make the
one,
most...
yeah.
Oh, well, in that case, I need to change mine up.
Don't change
because-
yours. You can't change
Yeah, but
yours.
I was trying to win.
You can't change yours.
But I was trying to win, and now you change it all.
With a sprinkling of paprika served on a slush of raw beaten egg. I want to see this.
Well, mine is now a snail burger, okay?
No!
Yes, it's a snail burger.
That's not very... But the French people will love that.
Yeah, but maybe this guy's not French. Wow, what a meal! Oh, I hope he's not French.
Now I craft decadent chocolate buns by melting dark chocolate, blending it with almond flour, and baking to a fluffy perfection with a rich cocoa aroma. These
Stop
buns are the
making
heart
it
of my
sound so
dish,
good!
chef.
Don't make it
The smell
sound
alone
good! I
is
want to
deliciousant.
lose!
Next, I create a luscious strawberry sauce by simmering ripe strawberries with a touch of honey
want
and a
that
splash of
without
balsamic
snails,
vinegar until it
basically.
reduces to a sweet, tangy glaze.
Let the
This
French
sauce
man
adds
eat
a
the
perfect
snails and I'll
contrast
eat
to the
the
rich
chocolate
chocolate buns. It's like more on a
and
plate, yes,
strawberry.
chef? Now I assemble the burger by placing the sizzling snail patty between the warm chocolate buns. I generously
warm
drizzle the
chocolate
strawberry sauce on top and garnish with a sprinkle of powdered sugar. This is an unforgettable taste experience, yes, chef.
Oh, now the chef's gonna try it. I hope he doesn't like it. Please don't like it. I want to lose. I want to lose.
Behold
French.
the ultimate fusion of savory and sweet. A culinary masterpiece that dances on your taste buds.
I artfully assemble the toasted bread atop the egg slush, drizzle with the porridge sauce, and finish with a bold sprinkling of paprika to add color and a touch of spice. Yes, chef.
Oh no, yours sounds worse than mine.
Yeah, it
I'm
does.
trying to lose. I'm trying.
This dish combines rustic charm with technical precision, showcasing the delicate balance of flavors and textures.
Interesting.
Yes, chef.
Okay. Now he's going to try them.
Patrick, this dish is like a love letter written in crayon. Bold, but confusing.
Confusing.
The chocolate buns and snail patty make my taste buds feel like they're on a blind date gone wrong.
Yes! Yes! That sounds good. Yours.
Caroline, this dish is like trying to read poetry in a thunderstorm. Chaotic and unsettling.
No!
The raw egg slush makes me feel like I'm slipping on a wet floor. Patrick wins.
No! I won!
What? Yes!
As in that means you won.
I won.
Yeah. So mine was a better dish in his opinion.
Good. Believe me.
Can you come up with something that everyone will say no to?
Oh,
You've got it. It's a challenge. Yeah.
Okay.
You've got to make it the shark say no. Everyone has to say no.
Okay. It's an enormous device that paints your face blue every single day.
Yep.
And then paints your toenails red and sticks a tail on you before you leave the house. Make it so stupid that, who's going to buy this massive machine?
Well, it's still a dumb thing. A machine that paints your face blue and your toenails red and it sticks a tail on you every day before you leave the house.
I guess if you were a Smurf, you'd want that.
So a machine that paints your face blue and toenails red, it sticks a towel on you every day before you leave the house. Your goal is for them not to want to invest
Imagine
in it.
starting every day as a vibrant, blue-faced, red-toenailed, tail-wagging sensation. My machine transforms your morning routine into a whimsical adventure, because who doesn't want to feel like a magical creature before their first cup of coffee? I present to you the mystical morning makeover machine.
This is absolutely revolutionary. Imagine integrating AI to personalize the shade of blue based on your mood. This could disrupt the entire morning routine industry.
Wow, that's a fantastic idea. I can see it now. Feeling blue? Get a lighter shade. Feeling bold? Go deep navy.
I love the creativity, but how sustainable is this machine? Does it use eco-friendly materials and minimal energy?
Use food colors.
We need to make sure it doesn't harm the environment while making mornings magical.
Absolutely. The machine uses biodegradable paint and runs on solar power. It's like hugging a tree while turning blue.
That's fascinating. What's the story behind this idea? How did you come up with such a whimsical concept?
Well, I always wanted to start my day with a smile and a bit of magic. One day I thought, why not become a blue-faced, red-toenailed, tail-wagging wonder? And voila, the idea was born.
I appreciate the whimsy, but how practical is this for daily use?
Practical.
What about the cleanup process? Magic is great, but convenience is key.
Cleanup is a breeze. The paint washes off with just water, and the tail detaches with a simple clip. It's like magic that fits into your busy schedule.
Ethan, this is a game changer.
No!
I'm in for $200,000 for 20% of your company. Let's make every morning magical with AI-powered, eco-friendly whimsy.
Ethan, I love the eco-friendly angle and the sheer whimsy of it all. I'll offer $150,000 for 15% of your company. Let's make mornings magical and sustainable together.
Ethan, your story is enchanting, and the product is undeniably unique. I'm in for $100,000 for 10% of your company. Let's turn every morning into a magical tale.
What about the last
Ethan, I see no practical market for this whimsical fantasy. I pass.
I think he's a
Good
hard
luck with your magical mornings.
Wow, thank you all so much for your belief in my magical mornings. Marcus, your
Did
offer
he
of $200,000 for 20%
that
is a
chef
dream
thing,
come
though?
true. Let's paint the
No,
world
he
blue
thought that
together.
was too risky
And there
and
you
he
have it,
probably
folks.
just smoked some magic
Our
your
wish
machine.
for venture capital is a dream.
Yeah.
Some biodegradable blue paint. And the promise of making your mornings magical, one tail wag at a time.
I can't believe it.
Okay.
See, I can't come up with anything crappy.
That will be it there. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and we'll see you guys in the next episode.
See ya.